our SJW friends, making life ever entertaining for those not at the blunt end of the stick that they try to use to bash us, whether that be canceling us amongst our friends, getting us fired from our jobs, or making us feel miserable for our beliefs. And a thought before I begin. Outrage is generally a sign that it's not a serious issue. Genuinely serious concerns like hurricanes or terrorism tend to provoke a much more sober response, making me believe that those who have to use outrage are trying to sell their ideas on something besides their merit. Nevertheless, we are going to have some fun and take a look at ways to provoke the SJWs. I want to request that you guys watch the whole thing and you leave a comment if you're entertained or even if you're outraged by my satire and mockery of leftists and SJWs. Way number one to incur the wrath of an SJW, to send them into a tailspin. State that Donald Trump isn't that bad. Anything but utter disrespect and hatred for the Donald automatically makes you a certified Nazi. Nazi scum! Nazi scum! Nazi scum! Which, of course, means that you're pro-Trump and worthy of an expletive-laced tirade for canceling you, for using violence against you, which, of course, they are entitled to do because you are an irredeemable enemy and thus deserving of your fate. I have a friend whose sister works in education at a university, and she believes that if she were to let it be known that she plans to vote for Donald Trump, that she would likely be fired. I guarantee she isn't alone in that fear. Number two, stand up for free speech. Now, let me be fair. Leftists are the biggest supporters and advocates of freedoms and free speech, so long as you don't deviate from their exact narrative. Don't toe the company line. Say something they remotely disagree with, or the lowest common denominator amongst them does. They find it offensive, and again, you get canceled. Sure, the left can yell out "learn to code" in a derisive manner to a coal miner who's been recently fired from their job. But if a reporter from Vox gets fired and you sarcastically tweet "learn to code" at them on Twitter, your account will, of course, be shut down for hate speech. And Lord knows, hate speech is not free speech. California professors in that state's university system who are very learned.
Oh, Papa Homer, you are so learned.
Learned, son. It's pronounced learned.
And who, of course, know the definition of words, as a professor at Cal State LA has determined and laid bare the fact that hate speech is in fact violence, that words can be violence.
The conversation that you're having is oppressive.
So I am oppressing people by what I'm doing. So I am exerting violence on people by my speech. That's what the sign says, and that's what you just said.
It contributes to.
And the protester is saying that's exactly what I'm doing, and she's saying that's exactly what her sign means. So that means that you, a faculty member at an American public university, paid for by taxpayer dollars, are conflating speech with violence.
Yes. Speech can be violent. What you are saying contributes to systemic racism in this country.
The question was, have I asked people in this room if they've felt as though some violence has been committed on them? No, I haven't asked, because no violence has been committed on you. Because violence is not a subjective feeling. Violence is an objective fact.
And I think that you need to look up violence in the dictionary or expand your idea of violence.
The fact that words are violence gives them an inherent right to defend themselves. Thus, physical violence is perfectly an acceptable form of communication and debate. So if you stand up for free speech, that means, in fact, that you're standing up for hate speech, which, as we know, is a form of violence. If you dare attack me, then I deserve to attack you back. Please put down your hands so that I can punch you. Number 3, state that America is not as racist as it used to be. Are you kidding? That makes you the worst kind of racist because you're covering up the fact that almost all white people are part really of the KKK secretly. Okay, that's a slight exaggeration because there are some white people that don't quite make it into that category. According to progressives, if you've climbed Mount Pius and kissed Jesse Jackson's derriere,
Kiss it. You want me to kiss your... That's right, apologize. Okay, I'll, let's see here. Apologize.
wear a Black Lives Matter t-shirt, and donate 20% of your pre-tax income to the group. And when you're around your black friends, you grovel about your white privilege and bemoan your white guilt, then you just might not be a racist. The good news about being a racist today is the fact that the word has been diluted of all meaning. Whereas in the past, I would have been up in arms if somebody had called me a racist, for example, for stating that two-parent families yield significantly better results than single-parent families do. Today, it doesn't matter because I'm part of the 99% who's been accused of racism. So, you know, safety in numbers, baby. Number 4, explain that communism has never worked in the past and will never work in the future. Stating this makes you a bootlicking idiot to the ruling class. The problem is that communism just has never been implemented correctly. Please ignore present-day Venezuela, who went broke long before oil went out of style, or the fact that the only reason that China managed to overcome its crippling poverty was to adopt a market economy. Sure, the United States is the most successful country on the face of the earth, and the Soviet Union did fall apart, but there were only 100 million killed in the process of trying to achieve this utopian state, as well as all the misery left in its wake. But you, sir, you bootlicking idiot, are the moron who for not wanting to drink this societal poison again, and we will send you to the gulags for daring to disagree with us. Number 5, being pro-America. That's a big no-no. Just because America liberated the world during World War II, defeated communism, thus freeing millions of people from destruction and enslavement, does not give you the right to say that the oppressive state of America is a positive one.
Officer, he's assaulting my friend!
I once stated that America is the land of freedom and opportunity, which, of course, I was told was just an example of my white privilege that I could even possibly think that. Number 6, make the claim that all lives matter. State this around the wrong group, and suddenly your life won't matter. Believing this, saying it publicly, of course, makes you a racist POS. But then again, in today's day and age, what isn't considered racist? Number 7, describe Islam as having bad ideas. How dare you criticize the religion of peace? How dare you make the suggestion that there might be some bad ideas embedded in the doctrines of Islam?
It's gross. It's racist. It's not.
Let me tell you something. Donald Trump is the misogynist who wants to remove the rights of all women. But Islamic scholars who want their women to eat spaghetti in this manner are the true progressives. I personally was on the beach in Aqaba, Jordan, in 110-degree weather and extremely high humidity. And on the beach were a group of women wearing black burqas from head to toe. And when I asked them why they dressed like this, what I pieced together from their broken collective English, because we don't have much of a choice. It is expected from us. Remember, Islam is a set of beliefs, not a race. Nevertheless, I understand that by the bylaws of the Church of Woke, by criticizing Islam, I am ostensibly criticizing brown people, thus making me a racist, thus making it a punishable offense. Therefore, the cartoonists at Charlie Hebdo, which satirized Islam, the Prophet Muhammad, absolutely had it coming when they were gunned down in cold blood by Al-Qaeda. And those were the whispers that were going on when that event took place. They had it coming, didn't they? Number 8, say that you feel bad for transgender people and that you hope that they get the help that they need. Look, let's be honest, life is hard. And it's even more difficult when you feel like you don't fit in, when you feel uncomfortable within your body. And I genuinely feel for the people that believe that they need to switch sexes in order to feel better about themselves. I genuinely feel for them. And I want them to get help. I want them to be able to talk to this about somebody. And, you know, whatever they have to do, I want to be there to help if I can. I'm just saying, I don't think that it's the healthiest mindset, which unfortunately is demonstrated by the suicidal rates amongst transgenders even after they transition.
Excuse me, it's ma'am. It is ma'am. Motherfucker, take it outside. If you want to call me sir again, I will show you a fucking sir.
I apologize.
Motherfucker.
I apologize now. Here comes the spider.
Ma'am.
But of course, the response comes back, no, they are more noble than you. They have more worth than you'll ever have. They have it all together. You're the one who's confused. You're the intolerant bigot. And you probably don't even know how many genders there are. 2? Wrong, idiot. Oh, and if you dare call somebody dude, whose identity, who the way that they identify you don't know, you're going to get suspended from Twitter, as rapper Zuby did. That is the type of tolerant society we so crave.
Yes, ma'am. I mean, sir. I mean, boss. I mean, poobah.
It is ma'am.
And your bonus way of triggering your leftist friends? Color red. SJWs just can't help themselves. They see the color red, they become like fools. They can't help but charge and attack. The color red is the color red. And if you guys like this video, make sure to subscribe and share this video. We've got a bunch of leftist family members here, SJWs. Red is just, it just makes people, it's like a bull.
Yeah. It's funny, Daddy.
It's funny.
Again?